Hello YouTube, welcome to me working on restoring this house jack. We made a video yesterday and lost it in the computer, so we're going to try to catch up here without you missing too much. What we did yesterday was we ground down where it was welded. I'll give you a look inside of there. I'll show you how far the threads go down. We found 3 clips of me showing how I made the finish on it to make it look, you know, with the, you'll see it when I get it going here. I put the finish on it. We just used the wire cut brush on the outside, and one of these is all we've used so far. So we used that in the drill and a wire brush. You know, this had a big glob of weld to get this out of it. We had to cut it off. Because right here at the end, it had a big glob. So when I'm done restoring this, I'm going to weld that back on there for safety. In case in the future somebody's unscrewing it, it won't come out all the way. So I'm going to put the same feature back in here once we're done. Okay, we got that over with. It does suck losing video. I don't know if you can see them threads way up in there or not, but we'll show you how far they go down in here. So hang in there, we'll get this thing stood up here and we'll show you some more of it. Okay, just for future reference, the threads can go in about this far. So we measured this, okay, with that much threads, with this piece over here. This thing could be 28 inches tall, because the body of this is 14 inches. We'll stand this up and you kind of get the idea. So you have about that much thread down inside. This thing can be 28 inches tall. So it does say 2x14. And I'm sorry I did not measure that before. I did watch a video where I think, yeah, they call it, that's about a 2-inch thread. Okay. I think we're going to try to soak this in some CLR or get some vinegar. So, this part's going to be kind of short, part 1. I'm just trying to correct the video where I messed up. We did sand this back off again. But when I'm done here, I'll roll the 3 clips before the video's over to show you how I did this. Made that look to it. We just took the grinder and ground all the brazing off. Okay. And then we used our, like I said, our scrubby wheel and the drill. But then we'll show you how we put peck marks with the Dremel tool. And we had a punch and a pair of vice grips hammered out. So you get to see those clips. You know, it's not invisible. But at least it's not plain. Because when I was done grinding, this is all flat. You know, there was no marks or nothing in it. And you'll see when I spray the primer, it shows up more. But we're going to switch to a gray primer because that's what we want on the paint color. And before we go on this part, we are going to work on the lettering. And work on the lettering down here with a Dremel. So, that's it for part 1. We'll work on the lettering. We'll show you those clips of how we did that. And we won't be too far behind. Mostly what part 1 was, show me grinding on it and stuff like that. You know, to get to the 3 clips, I show you how the finish looks. So, the yellow paint was harder to get off than anything with a wire brush. But with that scrubby stripper thing in the drill, it rips it right off there. Looking at the texture of that. Okay, that's it. We'll come back when we get the lettering nice and clean, and then look towards the end of the video, and you'll get to see the clips of me putting, I don't know what you'd call it, patina or whatever, of adding little drill marks and Dremel marks in here and stuff. Because this was bubbly, the brazing was. We're just adding to it. When it's painted to be okay, it would be displayed like this. You can tell it's not round anymore. It's like they took the broken piece and just laid it in there and welded it up, brazed it, I should say. with a lot of it. Boy, there's a lot of bracing in there. So, stay tuned. We'll come back after we're done with the lettering. Okay, watch your ears. Watch your volume. We'll show you a little bit of, we left the O there for you. We have been using this too. A little round diamond one. And we also used this to kind of go around the edges. We may try to get rid of some of this up in here. You can see that up in there. To try to make a line here because it's so rough. But here, we'll turn this on. We'll show you how good. Just see how that gets wrapped. These aren't normally wrapped like that when you get them, but it is after me using it, and I like it that way. We want all the rust out of here. Works pretty good. We'll show you the tip of it again. If I can get up here in camera. I mean, it's wore down. I mean, it's not as long as it used to be, but so it gets wrapped up, but it's about half gone. I just keep slipping out of camera. I'm trying to look to the screen at the back instead of just paying attention to what I'm doing. There you go. We'll do a little bit of grinding on here to try to make this look a little. You're not going to get to look like this. It's just too messed up there. I know the lighting ain't great. It's there. It's not going to look that. We'll try to make a little bit of a line there with grindstone and this too. We'll kind of come here and make a little rounded edge. It's all going to be painted one color. I doubt I will paint in the lettering. It's just going to be sprayed. We haven't decided what color, so stay tuned. We'll work on that, and then we'll come back and show you a little bit at the bottom when we get to a little small dermal bit to get it around the letters. Because we'll be using a kind of a pointy one. Kind of like that. To get in between there. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, watch the volume. We're going to show you a little bit how we imitate the cast iron look by tapping with that. So we'll do a little bit on camera here. That's what I did for hours on that side where it was welded. So here we go. We'll show you a little bit how I done it. Clean this up here. Trying to imitate that look. The same way in here where I clean this out, it's too smooth. It's not perfect, but from a distance, as you can hear me over the roar of the tool. So I'll show the clips where, and I even took the center punch, was tapping the hole. That kind of made little lines, though. I didn't go down straight enough. But you're kind of pecking at it. Because this ain't cast smooth. I did some going around this edge. It will show up. Right along, right in here. Not quite a finger width. That way it's not smooth. We could probably try to put epoxy here and raise this up right here, but it's old. It's going to look good enough painted. We're not trying to make it look brand new. There you go. That's about all I'm going to do with that. It's all cleaned out. The rust is out of it. I went around the letters inside of them with all the Dremel stuff. So it isn't too bad. Okay, on to the bottom. Then we'll be done with this part. Next part will be cleaning up the screw and stuff like that. Getting the rust out of it on part 2 will mostly be just trying to restore that screw part. So, stay tuned. We'll bring you back probably one more clip before we go today. Okay, this is the end of part 1. Make sure you watch those little clips I'm going to add. When I showed how I did this, look, we put it in gray this time. You could see what I said before. Some of the little peck marks look like little lines, but you get back here, you know, it's going to be hard to tell. I mean, I could see the shape of where it was welded, but that turned out pretty good. We couldn't get in there and save every letter. Like the Ohio looks like an N, backwards N, we couldn't save every letter. We didn't want to destroy anything. We did fix that A. And we made the D better. We did fix that A. But down here, we didn't really want to mess with it. I think we just drummed a little dot in there. It's hard to bring that stuff back when it's the way it's molded, because it was never really a full letter before. It ain't like it's full of dirt or something. It just was never formed. There you go. Thanks for watching this part. Sorry I lost the footage of me grinding and doing that stuff, but you get the idea. You'll see by the little clips of what the first video was supposed to be. So, thanks for watching. And next time we'll be all working on that only. Part 2 will be nothing but that screw, because that's going to take a lot of work to clean up. So, we're using our table. I like them chrome legs. They almost became chrome exhaust pipes, but I need a table. And I got a border because it's so heavy, this is, that we're kind of distributing the weight across the table, because the metal thing's coming about right here. And let me feel. Yeah, the metal thing's about. So we're kind of distributing so it doesn't bow it in. So there you go. We're out of here. We had enough of this. Okay, we're going to show a little bit how we do this. So watch your volume. Here we go. And I don't have it on too high of a speed. There are different ways I can. Try not to smear it like that. I'm trying to get an actual. And I'll use smaller ones, bigger ones. It's going to take a while. There, you kind of get the idea. Okay, let's get back to work. And this should be the beginning of part 2 if I'm correct. Hang in there, we'll do a little more. Okay, you can also make a tool or take a punch. This will look different than the rest, but it'll look like it rusted here is what we're trying to go for. So I think you know what I mean. It'll look okay when it's painted.